Greetings, everyone. A very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, beaming out to you from the sunny Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. Joined today by Kris Ward. Kris, a very warm welcome from down under here. Where are you hanging out?
I'm hanging out in Canada, Tom.
And whereabouts in that little tiny country are you?
I am on the East Coast and just living the dream.
Good for you. For those of you who don't know Kris, she's the leading authority on leveraging your time. She has accolades from right around the world about the power and effectiveness of her training. None of this is in her bio. I stalked her around the internet and did a little due diligence. Seriously impressive, transformational advice. So not only is it about leveraging your time, but it's also about scaling your business through the leveraging your time. She's the founder of Win the Hour, Win the Day philosophy. And our title today is How to Crush Any Demanding Schedule You Might Have and Explode Your Profits. Can't wait to get started, Kris. Thank you very much for being here. Question number one, our 7 minute starts now. Who's your ideal client?
So I work ideally with entrepreneurs that are in service-based business and they're at least 5 years in and they're doing amazing. They look good on paper. Maybe they have a book, a podcast, whatever, or maybe they're just known in their industry, but they're working more hours than they expected to be doing by this point. So they say things like, once I get past this next thing, once I get.
Yeah.
And so they're working in isolation and they're the last one to bed in their family and the first one up. And so they're kind of secretly, no one knows how many hours they're working, but they're thankful to be in business and they do well, but they're still working too much.
Right. And they still want to grow, right, as well.
Yeah. So we're all about ideas to execution. And so what I would say is these entrepreneurs, you guys out there know who you are. You're still trapped in the web of admin, where we believe you should be in execution mode 60% of the time.
Perfect. Thank you. So let's get to question two, and we've probably covered some of it, but anything you want to add to the problem that you solve? 6 minutes left.
Yeah, the problem we solve is, again, getting ideas to execution. And what that reminds me of sort of the 3Ds. So many people think like, oh, you know what? I'll do it myself. That might be save money, which I call damaging overhead, or delayed income or diminished opportunity. And there's a lot into that, but given the time we have, I'll move forward. What I would say is sometimes people think, oh, you know what? Maybe I just need to hire more people. But what happens is it's a lateral move and they start thinking, well, I'll give them this work and I'll check on them like a parent, child, teacher, student. And in fact, what you've done is just created another job because now you're like busy checking on them. And we're all about the win formula where your team manages you.
Perfect. Wow. What a paradigm shift. Flip that one on its head.
Mm-hmm.
So question 3, 5 minutes left. Typical symptoms that your ideal clients are going to be experiencing before they start working with you. What's going on in their life or the business?
Well, again, as I said earlier, they say things in their head. Like if you ever hear yourself say like, once I get past, right. There's always going to be something. It's like walking in the desert. There's a moving horizon, right? So if you think once you get past this next thing, oh, I just need a few more clients. Oh, now I just have to onboard these clients. Oh, once we get past this and that. So they think, you know what? They also misdiagnose that I get a lot done. I'm the go-to person for most people in my life. I have accomplished a lot. So there must just be too much to do because they look around and they're achieving more than most. And so, but if you're not working what I call school hours, taking Fridays off and long summers, then you're working too hard.
Right. Oh, well said. Thank you for that. So let's go to 4 minutes left. Question 4. We're talking about growth-oriented individuals here. They want to grow. They're going to try things, but they might be making a bunch of mistakes before they find your solution. So question 4 is, what are some of the common mistakes that you see people making?
Spending too much on growing a team. And then also we talk a lot about our super toolkit, which is not like SOPs, standard operating procedures. Standard operating procedures are written not by the end user. They're static in nature and they're really to cover liability. So we lean heavily into, systems and processes, which we have, really our signature program is the super toolkits. And this allows you to compress anything you do and just, never make the same mistake and increase your traction and really just, be in that 60% execution mode and just constantly getting your ideas to execution. So not relying on the systems is the issue.
Right. And presumably filtering those ideas as well somehow. I think I read somewhere that you have a system for that, for prioritization, because that,
We do.
us entrepreneurs don't lack for ideas. It's a problem as we start a thing and race after another one. Not that I'm teaching you anything new. 3 minutes left. Let's flip it now and go to moving folks forward. Question 5 is, what's a top tip or a valuable free action you could give folks that it's not going to solve the whole problem for them, but it might take them a step in the right direction?
Yeah. So most of my clients tell us that when working with this in the first month, they get 25 hours back a week. And it's really about managing your energy. So we definitely talk about your win formula and your win team, all that stuff. But there's some basic fundamentals that people mistaken as far as their energy management. So I would tell you, science has showed that the first hour is where you should put your work, where it requires the most attention or the most creativity. And so many people waste that on their email, and their brain is going in all different directions, which gives you attention residue and decision fatigue. And so it's like having a whole bunch of apps open on your phone. You're burning your battery down that first hour by diving into emails.
Fascinating. I can just sense all the depth of knowledge and experience and the systems and the models that you have behind this. Let's go on to question number 6, which is where people might be able to tap into some of that resource. One valuable free resource we could direct people to that's going to help them even more with this problem.
Yeah, so you can check out a free gift from Kris. That's GIFT from Kris, KRIS.com. And we put something very special in there that we still charge for, the audio version of my book. So you might want to check that out, because it's not going to be there very long, but I want to give something special to your listeners. So free gift from Kris.com.
Free gift from KRIS.com. Go get it, folks. Question 7, 70 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
Yeah. Oh my, there's so many things. So I just think to go back again, some of the biggest mistakes people make in hiring a VA, and they think that will solve everything, is what happens is, again, you've just created another job, but more importantly, you're not clear what that person's going to do. Sometimes people will say, I should have a social media person. Well, what do you want them to do? And I'm all about having a lean team, but do you want them to do graphics? Are you asking them to write? Are you asking them to know the back end stuff? So there's not clarity in that. And when that doesn't pan out, and it usually doesn't, then they think, I have to spend more money. Oh, that's it. You pay what you get for, more. So they just start chasing the wrong thing. And they also think that they can just hire somebody on the side, but they have no experience of training on that whatsoever. Whereas we hire, train, on board your first person and help you get set up so that we could start teaching you how to use super toolkits. So minimizing onboarding somebody is a problem.
Perfect. Kris Ward, I want to thank you so much for your time, your insights, and the wealth of tips and information you shared with us in this, unfortunately, too short time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.